Let's start the show. What's good? What's good, everybody? Y'all know what it is. It's your favorite vets on the net. Trey, the commish. You got the people's coach, CC. Bishop's not here currently. I don't know if he's gonna get on. If not, then we'll simply run with it. What's good this morning? Y'all know what it is. Week 10, and we're gonna have our NFL prediction today. What's good with you, coach?
Man, college ball yesterday. Some upsets went down. Miami, number 4, Miami went down. Number 3, Georgia went down. And then on the rise, we were talking about Colorado Thursday night. Man, look at what has happened now.
Just that quick. They're in the right now as it stands. They should be in the Big 12 championship game to face off against BYU because Iowa State took the L to Kansas yesterday. So yeah, a lot of going on. Like you said, we was just speaking about it yesterday on the NFL. What is going on? A lot of late season, late injuries, late play, all this stuff is going on. Let's kick it off with what was probably one of the most, I ain't gonna say exciting games, but it was one for the ages, especially when you look at it and take in consideration fantasy for the most part, because I was a victim of it. The Baltimore Ravens and the Cincinnati Bengals. What did you think of that game, Coach?
Man, that's 2 games this year. They've given us 2 of the most epic games of the season this year. 2 of the best games. This second one was, man, 21-7. 4 touchdowns by Lamar in the fourth quarter, by the Baltimore Ravens in the fourth quarter. But don't sleep on Joe Burrow. Joe Burrow, 400 and some yards, 4 touchdown passes or whatever. Jamar Chase had a great game, and they went for 2. Hey, can you fault them for going for 2? Like, you're already behind. You wanted to win that game, didn't want to go to overtime because you saw what happened to you in OT the last time. You was like, so I got the move. But yeah, man, it was a great game.
You say you in that situation you would have went for 2 as well?
Yeah, because after last situation they went to overtime. You know, they tied the game up. They went for overtime, and then they ended up losing. So I understood the move. The biggest thing I took away from that, Lamar looked like he gonna win his 3rd MVP or whatever. Man, the guy has Barry Sanders moves, Trey. He has Barry Sanders move with a Merino arm or something. Man, I don't know this guy. Man, did you see that move on the sideline? I thought he stepped out of bounds at least twice.
He did like he stepped out of bounds initially, but of course, when you look at it from overhead, he was definitely in, and I guess the defenders thought it as well because he picked up about another 7 to 9 yards after the fact. Like he should have. He showed out. He should have got the touchdown, but instead he didn't. I was hoping that they was gonna give it to Derrick Henry because I needed that because Lamar was eating and he wasn't on none of my teams. One, but that one doesn't make a difference. It was a real good game. It definitely, like you said, as I was watching it, I kept in mind thinking about what you were saying about the whole Joe Burrow thing. Like Joe Burrow, he's playing as a top tier quarterback. It's just the team isn't, and he was like, it's definitely. Do you think had they had a T. Higgins, do you think the game would have been in hand for Cincinnati, or you think it just would have been the difference of defense? Couldn't have been too much defense because Hamilton went out, so he was definitely in. Their DBs was getting torched. But do you think that would have been a dub for Cincinnati had T. Higgins been available?
No. I mean, if you watch the tone of the game, I mean, Jamar Chase was cooking all game. like what more can you add? My only disappointment is why in that 2-point situation, why not throw it up and let Jamar see if he can make the play, man? He been making all the other plays. I mean, you got to give him that shot at the end.
And what's interesting, had they went to that side, they probably would have seen the holding call on Gesicki. That would have probably gave him the ball on a half goal line, and then they would have had another opportunity at a little bit closer to get to try to punch it in for that 2-point conversion. But they ain't go that way.
You know, bad calling at the end of that. Man, come on. Your route should have involved Jamar Chase somehow, and not a decoy. Not a decoy in that situation. We trying to win, baby. I think that made a difference, and the other difference. I mean, people gonna say that they didn't call the penalties at the end of the game. But I agree with Joe Burrow. Like, if the refs doing their job right, you're not getting those calls in the final seconds, man. Unless it's just blatant. And the guy just tapped his face mask. It wasn't like he pulled his face mask.
Oh yeah, he pulled it. And plus, not to mention that he was pulled down. The offensive lineman pulled him down as well. Yeah. So it's like all that comes in play. So it's like that was definitely was something to take in consideration. But you know what? I think the reason why they didn't go to Ja'Marr Chase is, one, because it was expected, and secondly, because Ja'Marr Chase had been killing with that same like a Z out route. He was like basically murking them with that. So it's like in any case, what's good. I can't see who the users are. I don't know what's going on. What's up? Sign out, vets. I can't see who is. You know what? Hold on. I guess I have to take care of it later. But I can't see who is responding or anything like that. But I can see your comments. But in any case, what's good? All right, what's going on? E, what's going on? Of course, bro. And the same salute to you, fam. Y'all got an easy game seemingly this week. But we'll see. But yeah, for sure, for real though, it was one of those situations to where it wasn't. I think it was just that, like, they rode the coverage. Hamilton was out, so of course they was short of a defender. And so when you look at it, I just think they expected to go to Ja'Marr, and they expected it to be one of those situations where they was looking for him to get the ball, and it was just so they went somewhere else.
When did Stockton and Malone stop running the pick and roll? Don't care if you know it's coming. Stop it. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm just saying, I understand the Bengals. Like I said, it was a good game, man. It was an exciting game. But for me, you got to give that guy. The guy got you there. You rode him all the way there, man. You got to give him that shot to close the deal. I mean, that's just how I feel about it. It's like you having Randy Moss and not throw it, and you got 3 shots at the end zone, and you don't take one of them and throw up to him. Come on, stop it. The Bengals knew, but the Bengals season was on the line. So yeah, I mean, I don't know. Maybe they can bounce back, but they got 6 losses now. It's gonna be hard to come back.
I was about to say, with that being said, do you think it's over? Like, you could presumably go. I mean, they can still go finish out and go 9-7 or something like that. So I don't think it's too far gone. But we do know for this year, it's a very potent. The teams are pretty spread across the board in certain leagues, to where those 7 spots are very coveted at this point.
Well, what I was looking at is you still got a chance, but what they have to do, they got to string together some wins. You got to win by 3 or 4 in a row right now to put yourself back in it, because what you're looking at, it's a big disparity between the top and the bottom right now. And Trey, I'm gonna go here, man. I ain't seen the NFL this poor in a long time. It's a lot of 2-7 teams, a lot of 3-6 teams and 2-7 teams that you wouldn't expect right now. Like, this ain't what we signed up for. The Jaguars are 2-7. Both of the teams that's playing right now, they went to the Carolina and the Giants 2-7. You know what I mean? Like, the Jets 3-6.
That's what I'm saying. It's a couple of teams that are out there that are dominating. I mean, well, let's be honest. I can't remember who it is exactly right off the top of my head. I think it's the NFC North, but it's a whole in both conferences. There's a dominant division to where they're just basically running away, and everyone else is just waiting to become the division champions in order to get into the playoffs.
Well, so that's what's going to happen. It looked like, because in the NFC, excuse me, man, but yeah, it looked like the NFC North. I don't know. I think maybe if any one of those teams was to fall off, I see the Chicago Bears probably slipping back to the pack. As you can see that a little bit right now. But other than that, I see the rest of those teams, Green Bay, Detroit, and Minnesota. I see them making the playoffs like easily right now, like easily. So that means that, then you're looking at the teams with the Commanders winning the East. The Eagles are not safe, even though they playing good ball now, they started to turn it on. They not safe. It's a lot of teams that's not safe right now.
So right now, looking at it, like you were just saying, of course, the NFC North is running away with it, with the Detroit Lions leading, so they would be the champions. But then Minnesota 6-2, Green Bay 6-3. So that would be put 3 of their 4 in the playoffs right now. The Washington Commanders as the NFC East champion right now, 6-2 Eagles you would expect. So that's right there. That's 5. And then the last 2 spots would go to the Atlanta Falcons at a 6-3 in the AFC, the NFC South division leader, and then the Arizona Cardinals at 5-4 in the for the NFC West conference. So that would be the NFC. That would be in the NFC, and in the AFC. Again, like you said, the AFC West is the predominant in there with the 8-0 Kansas City Chiefs. We know as a 1 seed, the 2 seed going to the Buffalo Bills currently at 7-2. The Pittsburgh Steelers and Baltimore Ravens at 7-3 and 6-2 right now, but that's 2, so that's 4. The Houston Texans at 5, and then right now the Chargers and the Denver Broncos would be the other teams for the So it's like they're like it's like we don't have the usual suspects. You ain't hear me say San Francisco, who is sitting behind at 500. They're 3rd in the NFC West right now. It's just not looking good. Now they're ahead of everybody else in the pack. All it takes, we'll see, it start to kind of like string out and finish and string along as we go through the rest of the weeks. Being now we're at past the halfway point. Week 10, so we only got 7. We technically there's only 7. 7 to 8 games left for the most part, and we start to see and everyone start to fizzle. And we'll see who really is, but if some teams are getting healthy.
And we out of there. I mean, I don't know if Cooper Rush, this happened the last time Cooper Rush came in and beat the Eagles. I don't know if he's gonna do that this time. You know what I'm saying? Like Cooper Rush coming in. He's 5-1, but that was just a small sample size. Right now, when we really need wins, I don't know if he's gonna be able to deliver the way this team looks. Like he got the same problems that he inherited, the same problems that Dak had. Like you got one receiver and nobody else really getting open, unless I was wondering why the Cowboys don't play Turpin more. Like wide receiver. Like
I think because Turpin hasn't shown that he's a well-bodied receiver. Like he's good as a specialist, but I don't think he has shown a great route running as a
deep threat. I mean, it don't take a good route to run a 9-9. Man. Take some defenders with you to get some of these other guys open underneath or something. Like it's just horrible to watch.
Try to use him from quick dump offs, but he hasn't been able to catch the ball, or if he's not just wide open, if he's in traffic, he hasn't been effective. So you can't really determine like, okay, when can we sit up and unless you just consistently have him with quick crossing routes or saying fake up the field and comebacks and stuff like that to give him the ball in space. He's not able to get the ball in space so he can take off and do what he does or utilize that to his advantage. So I'm not sure. Here go Anthony. The Commanders is nice. Is they doing what they got to do?
The Commanders are impressive right now. Like I said it last week. Dan Quinn. We might have should have fired McCarthy and kept Dan Quinn the way it's looking. I'm just saying we might have should have.
Quinn, you know what? Dan Quinn has proven that he's a winner no matter where he goes. Right? Yeah. He may not get Super Bowls, but he's proven that he can be someone that can be in the hunt and in state
and make a competitive team. Like he got his team competing, and that's the biggest thing. That's most of the battle is bringing your team to compete. I'm not sad for the 49ers. I mean, I'm glad y'all right there with us, like on the outside looking in. But we know things are subject to change for y'all. Y'all getting CMC back. That's a few touchdowns within itself. Like that's gonna be some touchdowns.
I don't want to jinx it. I don't want to do too much to say like It's like it's going to be a body of work. It needs a body of work. Happy Veterans Day to you all as well. I can't see
we see Anthony, but we can't see nobody else.
Because Anthony's hitting us up from. I think I know what it is, but I didn't know it. But Anthony's he's talking to us watching via YouTube, the YouTube channel. Everyone else is watching from Facebook, so that's why we can't see the users. But saying in any case, saying salute, greatly appreciate. We still get our minus and show the love. So it's just one of those things. Like I would like to think and believe that it's going to bode well because we get CMC back. We get Jawan Jennings back. So now you sit up and look at what we was all right, but now it's like, do we get that much better? Hey, what's going on, LaDonna? What's going on, sis? Greatly appreciate you. Glad showing the love. So it's one of those things. Like we definitely be a chance to see. I just hope that it can. become better for us because we definitely need it. I just want to make the playoffs again and give us opportunity to sit up.
I mean, that's the only way you can get an opportunity is to be in the playoffs, right? Like you got to get in there. Like you got to be one of those 7 in order to even talk about a Super Bowl. If you're not one of those 7, it's pointless. It's pointless.
And then it's like going to this, like it doesn't bode well for us to go to the lottery. I mean, to go into the playoffs from the aspect of, and I was just about to say that LaDonna Michael Parsons coming back, right? So does that help bode anything for it? I'm like, y'all not out yet. Y'all still have.
I don't want to say tank. I'm not a fan of the tanking, but I will say this. Michael Parsons ain't helped us all season. Like he wasn't helping us before. What do we think is going to drastically change at this point? Other than a few of the other defensive players have gotten better without Micah and D. Lawrence. We started to see some other names, especially on the front. But I think right now we just scrambling. I don't think we got a certain direction. We already knew coming into this year we didn't really have much of a running game. So for Jerry Jones to be like, Derrick Henry wouldn't have made a difference. Lies, man. Lies you tell, man. Like would have been a huge difference. But if you can't run block, then what difference does it make? Like we struggling in blocking, run blocking, and we struggling with runners getting out the gates, getting out of the backfield. It's like, hey, you know.
I think I'm listening to what you were saying and thinking about LaDonna was talking about. So in your opinion, right? Do you okay, she's hands up like a slander.
There's no slander, it's just like he wasn't helping. Like how many sacks he got this year? Does he have any? Does he have any at this juncture in the season? Does he have any sacks?
How many games was he at? What, two or three?
He missed like 3 games, right? But how many sacks did he have before he started missing those games? I don't know his numbers. I'm finna look at Michael Parsons' sack numbers this season and see because he ain't, it ain't all about the sacks, it's about the pressure sometimes, but
he's struggling for everything. His Cowboys fans knew you didn't have running game. Jerry doesn't. So I was about to ask a question. So in your opinion, LaDonna, Coach, do y'all think that Jerry thought that bringing back Zeke and going with what has been working for some teams is the running back committee has been? You think that he believed that was going to be enough? Hence, he didn't want to spend that money on Henry or
got 1 sack. Michael Parsons got 1 sack.
Did y'all think that was Jerry's probably mindset? Like Zeke coming back is enough. Running back by a committee is enough. Dotto, Zeke.
No, man. Jerry just setting his ways right now, man. Like it's pride and ego right now that's keeping us from reaching certain levels, and we all can see it. And it's like I don't know what he's thinking, scrapping this season. Like, does he think he getting younger? I mean, seriously, like Jerry, you ain't got too many more good years, bro. Like, I mean, I ain't you know what I'm saying? Like you 80, bro, you in your 80s. Like it's like to be functioning at a high level at 80 is something is rare these days. So it's like, hey, Jerry, it's not we wasting an opportunity, we wasting years because you won't just do the thing. We know he should have at least at minimum. Dalvin Cook move would have been last season, right? Not this season, right? Because we saw the fall off.
Y'all had Dalvin in y'all sleep, but he was on the practice squad, and then y'all released him. But it's like, again, like you just said, Dalvin Cook. Like, do you think giving Dalvin Cook touches earlier would be helpful, or you think Dalvin Cook is done too? It's just too little, too late.
I just think it's not. We don't have no blocking for Dalvin Cook. I mean, you got to open a hole for. If you open a hole for Dalvin, he can get through it. He can make some moves more than Zeke can, right? But you getting hit in the backfield every time you touch the ball. You getting hit in the backfield. It's like you got to break tackles. It's like you gotta take on the contact in order to gain a yard or anything right now. Like we just looking sad right now. I hate to say it, but I'm still gonna rep and I'm still gonna be there for the Cowboys. It's like I'm hoping Cooper Rush can give us a rush and we can turn something around. I'm hoping the defense. My biggest problem is Jerry knows he has an undisciplined team and he won't let the coaches and stuff address that issue. You know what I'm saying?
So do you think what in going back, staying on the Cowboys, this is hot topic this morning. We all know Dak season season-ending surgery potentially coming up for the hamstring, which they said partially torn off the bone, which is not great. In case, why not give Trey Lance a spin? Is it because
no. We still think we can win. We was winning with Cooper Rush. Now you sound like whoever was talking about tanking. Not yet.
Not Cooper, not Trey Lance, not yet.
No, not yet. We ain't tanking. You know what I'm saying? We ain't scrapping this season right now. Like, no,
What if he has the keys? Like, what if?
I think Cooper Rush. I think from Cooper Rush earned the right to be the starter, man.
Yeah,
Cooper Rush earned the right to be the starter.
Yeah. What does he? Oh, well, I guess he's a second string quarterback, huh? But I mean, at this point, I guess when the season's lost, then we see Trey Lance. Maybe
that's what I'm saying. When the season's lost, you'll see Trey. That's the way it should be right now. Like Cooper Rush, like we can still make a run. We still got everybody in our division to play. Other than the Giants, I think we played them once already, but we still got 5 divisional games. We can still win those, and then be a force. Maybe, I don't know. I'm just saying, but you still got a chance mathematically. So we got to do that. You know what I'm saying? Like we got to give Cooper Rush every opportunity to try to pull us out the hole right now. We can't just go to Trey Lance and say, it's over. Scrap that. We can't do that. You and this Trey Lance guy, we want to send him back to San Fran. Y'all take him back to San Fran.
Well, you know what? I take no, we don't need him. I mean, we have to, like you said, we have to atone for what happened. We drafted him early. We drafted him when he probably shouldn't have been drafted. Y'all went ahead and took him for the 6th rounder. And so here we are. Now y'all have him in y'all system, 2 years in your system, 3 years going in your system. Hopefully he amounts. Rush is Fitzpatrick of the Cowboys. Fitzpatrick for the Cowboys.
I hope so. I hope he is. I mean, he was before, but this is a whole different season. See, it's season to season right now. This is a different season. So hopefully he can bring some of that back.
But so was there anything different that y'all had that when Rush was playing? Like who y'all outside of having who not Gentry, I almost said Gentry. Gentry ain't played for y'all so long. Who was the other person alongside of CD when Rush was quarterbacking when he was playing 2 years ago? Y'all had a line too. Yeah, Gallup. It was Gallup. Y'all had a line too, and then of course, and y'all had Pollard. That was a backup, and as well as a defense. Y'all had more of a better defense.
Yeah, we had a better defense. Yeah, we did have Williams too.
So,
of course, in order to say the Giants coaching staff is to bench
Daniel Jones. So right, like Carolina Panthers are up 17-14 with 2 minutes and 34 seconds left. 3rd and 10, and they're driving currently. On their sitting in the Giants, on their own 32-yard line. With it, like I said, close out, they're up by 3. Unfortunately, Miles Sanders was carted off and ruled out for the rest of the game. Daniel Jones doesn't need bench. I believe in Daniel Jones. Man, he ain't got no receivers. Let's be honest, he got Malik Neighbors.
He got Neighbors, Slayton. Man, these guys were supposed to be something.
Andale Robinson, yeah. So Neighbors is the person they got.
It's for the Giants. It's the coaching staff should go. I said that last year. I said Daboll was pretty much, like overrated. Like he won Coach of the Year when it was better coaches than him. He won Coach of the Year with a 10-7 record. That's just how they wanted to. Sometimes they just big up you for no reason. And he had Saquon Barkley. I mean, Daniel Jones does not have Saquon Barkley anymore, people. So that's the biggest problem with the Giants right now offensively is no Saquon. no Saquon. Like you see what Saquon doing for the Eagles? You see how he's starting to come around?
I feel the whole running back by committee thing, but it's just some players you're not going to be able to running back by committee for.
Saquon was not only good in the running game, he was good in the passing game. As a receiver and a blocker, Trey, the guy can block. The guy can flat out play football. Like you can't just replace a guy like that with whatever. I mean, and the Giants are finding that out the hard way. Like that Daniel Jones needed. It hurts your play action. You can't fake the Saquon no more. They killing you on the play action now because you can't fake it with Saquon.
At this point, Daniel Jones is probably going to end up being there. No, he's not, but he has more of ability to be their leading rusher than Tracy. I think Singletary's injured right now, so Tracy Jr. is getting the start, and he produced. He scored one of their touchdowns today. It's just not like it's just unfortunate for them right now. But of course, what we see is it's funny how things come back around, right? Because remember, at one point, the running back wasn't valued. The running back had no value. They wasn't. Now you see running backs is getting back up to double figure digits for a year.
Well, it wasn't the fact that they weren't valuable. They just lost a little bit of value because of the quality of backs, right? It's still only a handful of quality backs out there. You know what I'm saying? You guys got one, Baltimore got one, Philly got one, but then after that, you start going down. The Texans got one in Mixon, you know what I mean? But it's not too many of those going around.
I think it also plays to the
Nick Chubb. Got to shout him out. Nick Chubb was running the league.
So I think it's Patrick Mahomes. LaDonna said. So it could be, but they got two there with Kareem Hunt and Isaiah Pacheco. That is, it's just. But I think it's more so what you play for, right, or where you're playing at. Because, like you said, Joe Mixon. We wasn't speaking about Joe Mixon in Cincinnati, but now we're talking about it in Houston. So it's just one of those things. Of course, we've always talked about Saquon, but it's more of an emphasis on Saquon in Philly than it was on him in New York. CMC, we already know. I mean, he has been that dude since. And so it's like Sip and taking someone like Alvin Kamara and putting them in another system. How effective will he be? Alvin in Dallas.
Man, Alvin, we could have used him. We could have used him. Like, I'm serious. Like, something like that. Like, I think the Saints are wasting this guy, right? Because they haven't been, since Peyton left, they haven't been very good. And I know Kamara's had some injuries and some trouble along the way, and that has affected him in the recent years. But he still got some tread on the tires, right? and we could use him. I even like he's not one of the top tier running backs yet, but I like Chuba Hubbard. I like his role on the Carolina Panthers.
He just got his bag.
He's a steady runner. That's what you need. Consistency.
$8-9 million a year. So so it's like, these players are able to get. If some running backs are out there that have some promise. It's just, John Taylor in Indianapolis. Like there's some out there that are some, like you said, them dogs that get after it. I don't know about Najee. I think he's going to end up being sent out, but he's probably going to go. I
think Najee's problem is
Cowboy. I think he's a cowboy running back. Like that power could get it and go.
I wouldn't want Najee because Najee
true that.
He ain't fast enough for me. Right, okay. Like he ain't fast enough. As far.
That's what I said. Just a thumper. He's a thumper.
Yeah, I mean he's good in between the tackles and stuff like that. And he can make some plays here and there. But the other guy on his team, I think, is a better running back than him. I would like Warren. I'd take Warren. You know what I'm saying? Like I'd take Warren.
And then you got something that's out there. Like it's a large amount of running backs in Baltimore. I'm not Baltimore, in Carolina, because they just lost Miles Sanders. They got Brooks, who still is on the mend. He hasn't came back in. They got Chuba Hubbard, who they just gave him his money. So I think they have a mindset of wanting to make the Carolina Panthers a run dominant team. It just hasn't worked out for them because Brooks hasn't been able to get healthy. Like I said, they just gave Hubbard that money. Miles Sanders came over, but currently he's injured. So we're going to see. But it's like all these, it's like when you look at it, these barrel riches in running backs in some cases.
We got none. And we got none. I mean, for real. How 2-17 got more running backs than we got? You know what I'm saying?
James Conner, that was crazy. Pittsburgh let him go.
that was a good move for him, though. It was a good move for him.
For him to go to
yeah, because he wouldn't get no shine over there with Najee Harris and Warren. Like, where would he fit? Like,
he was there before them. I think had they kept him, they wouldn't have picked up a Najee Harris. Or I think Warren, because Warren
would have picked up Najee Harris.
Yeah, Warren, because Warren is like a scat back, or he gets in and gets out.
And that's who's winning with it. Detroit's winning with the two running backs. Now they killing with those two. Gibbs and Montgomery. They real good over there. I think Jahmyr Gibbs is a game changer, man. He, Montgomery is that guy up and down the field. But if you want to break a big play, this Jahmyr Gibbs, that's the guy. That's the guy right there to watch, man.
And I'm not. There's no bias in this, but I think there's two other organizations that have something similar to that, right? One, I mean, not similar, but that can rival it to a extent. Well, I mean, right now, Jahmyr Gibbs and David Montgomery, all that top tier. But I think San Francisco with Mason and CMC, when it comes up, they can get it going. I think the other one is A-Chain and Mossert in Miami. Are those
Miami makes me mad because that team is, I don't care who the quarterback is, they too talented to be 2-6. I mean, what kind of coaching job are you doing, McDaniels, that y'all 2-6?
But you got to take in consideration they did have Tua who going for a while. They really didn't get anything going while Tua was out. So between
that's what I'm saying. Like, you're supposed to be this offensive mastermind, and you can't get one of these quarterbacks to do the basics. Man, you can't. Your screen game is that awful, man. Tyreek Hill screen pass, Tyreek Hill screen pass, Tyreek Hill screen. I'm just saying, like, something to get it jumping. Like, y'all can't do the basics. What I'm saying is, Trey, is that we hype these coaches up. We hype these coaches up like they're supposed to be the next great thing, and then you take away one piece. Coaches are supposed to be able to navigate around one piece, bro.
Let's be honest, right? The run game is that bad without Tua. I think so for the most part, Ladonna, because like he was just talking about, Daniel Jones doesn't have Saquon Barkley to fake handoffs to or to sit up to keep it. Like there's no you're not afraid of their running backs. So except for A-Chain can get it, and Mossert, gets it in spurts. But it's like there's no one besides that. It's like if you load the box up, you're not worried about anything because now you loaded up the box. That means if you sit up and even just dropping those linebackers, you're putting them in the passing lane to where you're trying to get to Waddle or you're trying to get the Hill. So it's like it becomes effective, especially when you ain't got a running game that's going to be effective. So you can't, and to go what you was just saying to Snook is, let's be honest, right? Skylar Thompson, and Snoop Huntley was the backups for Tua while he was gone. Even like who could have? I don't even think Andy Reid could have set up and been effective with that. Like you got to sit up and think about it. When you don't have the personnel, you don't have the personnel.
Snoop Huntley held it down. He held it down in Baltimore. Kept them a playoff team. Kept them afloat. But that's what I'm saying. Why he can't do the same thing in Miami with the coach? It's the difference in the coach. Harbaugh is a better coach, a more experienced season. What I'm saying is that McDaniels, we hype this guy up like he's supposed to be this great offensive mastermind, but he can't figure out how to win 2 games without Tua. You know what I'm saying? He can't figure out how to win but 2 games.
I think it's a difference between what we're talking about. So great mastermind compared to innovative coach, and great mastermind and innovative coach are 2 different things. I think McDaniels is an innovative coach, i.e., like McVay, Shanahan even, I think, are innovative coaches. Hence the reason why McDaniels was good in San Francisco, and then he left, and then he went over to Miami, and then so it's like he's innovative. I think he's considered to be one of the innovative minds. LaFleur and all them. Great. I don't think that was what we was looking at. He's innovative, and that's where he's supposed to be at. So now he's going to be. Now it's just like it's just not going to pay. It's not paying off for him because if he doesn't have someone to enact in the system that he's trying to run, then it's no good.
I got another job for your innovative mind. It's called offensive coordinator. Get out of here. Bring me a head coach.
Stop like head coach. Get out of here. Yeah. Just put your staple on it, but you ain't got to run it. On it. This is what I want. I need someone else to enact what I want.
I mean,
so Donna asked what we think about.
You feel what I'm saying, though?
About Cousins and the Falcons.
Yeah.
So I felt right. I
think they knew it was going to be fine.
Yeah, I felt that it was going. That having Cousins was going to unlock what we thought we was going to see in Pitts. That's what I thought was going to happen. Which I think a lot of people thought that. It hasn't happened to the fullest extent now. They're currently sitting at 6-3 in the leading the AFC. The NFC. What's that? NFC South. So I mean, we're going to see how it ends up playing out if he's going to be. I think sometimes Cousins is fool's gold to it sometimes to where he doesn't. What we think of Cousins because he shows us in certain games isn't who Cousins is. He's actually is who's the lesser of what we think he is, and he just happens to show up at certain times.
I actually think Cousins has honed himself into a decent quarterback throughout the regular season. Now, postseason, we know his staple, but for regular season, he wasn't doing bad in Minnesota. Like, an injury just took him out in Minnesota, right? Like, that's why he ended up out of Minnesota. They went a different route. But I like this guy, man. I think he's pretty good. And this game done went into overtime for real, man.
Yes, sir.
Carolina dropped the ball already.
42-yard field goal is good. Let's go. I need them victories. So yeah, he has a plethora of weapons. He has, like, you know what, in fantasy, right? Everyone passed on one running back, in which I can believe they passed on. I scooped them up, and he sends it, although he doesn't, his projection and points doesn't bode well, but I tend to start him sometimes here and there because I just feel like he's doing. And that's Algiers. Like, he's like, come on, like, this dude has shown that he could be effective, even though him, and that's another two running back tandem that's out there. Algiers,
Bijan Robinson, man.
Yeah, Bijan Robinson and Algiers. There, and Tyron Algiers. I think, yeah, Algier. Yes, exactly, LaDonna. So I think he's another one. Like, he tends to get his, or he can sit up and get it. It's just unfortunate he's behind Robinson. But and then again, I don't know if he would be getting that type of burn, or if he would be that effective if he was the premier back. But you know what I'm saying, he gets it where he can.
So before Robinson got there, we saw he was the premier back. We saw what he was. So, you know what I'm saying? We've seen that before already. So, you know, they didn't have the quarterback that they got now, the caliber of quarterback. But did you notice that he changed? Kirk Cousins going there really shifted the dynamic to me, right? Because before that, you was looking at Baker Mayfield and Tampa Bay running that division. But Kirk Cousins coming to Atlanta made a whole lot of difference. And now you looking at Atlanta at the top, and now, you know, because we knew Derek Carr's, you know.
So Derek Carr,
he was going to end up like.
So I was when Cousins went to Atlanta, I was instantly like, Atlanta's division. Derek Carr came out the first two games to surprise me. But what ends up happening is, of course, Derek Carr got injured, and then before Derek Carr to get back, who gets injured? Raheem Shaheed gets injured, who was leading the NFL in passing. In passing yards and touchdowns. And then after that, here we go, which is on the mend, is now we're about to see that Olave is going to be out for 4 games. And then what's the possibility of him coming back? So at this point, Derek Carr has virtually nobody in this case. He's looking like some of the other teams that's in the league, the New York Giants, like the Cowboys. Like, he has nobody in which he has, like, it's next man up, right? I get it. Next man up. You can sit up and bring it. You're supposed to be able to, it's the league. But some people are,
I saw something interesting about Derek Carr.
What's up?
I saw something interesting about him. He the only quarterback that's lost to all 30. He's lost to 31 teams. He's lost to 31 teams. You've lost to 31 teams.
He's missing one team. I want
to. That's the Raiders, right? Because he played for the Raiders.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah, so he has.
It's the Raiders, right? Because he played for the Raiders. It's like you've lost to everybody. So.
Well, I mean, you got to think that's what I
have. Derek Carr, though, you're right. His injuries, Trey, and then the receiver injuries, it hurts him. You know, the injuries hurt him. Like, the injuries hurt the Saints this year. It already cost, but it cost Dennis Allen his job already, which, you know, there's no surprise there really when you look at it. But what could Dennis Allen do in that situation? That's what I'm saying. You got to be able to coach somewhat to make the team at least a little decent, right? Like, you still got a good defense. You're supposed to. The most disappointing part to me of the Saints is the defense. Because this defense was supposed to be good. Like, they were supposed to be solid at the backbone of the team, and they just not that this year.
It's definitely unfortunate. And, you know, but then I said, just in that moment while we sit up talking about it, I thought about, what about San Diego Chargers? They really don't have any defense. Like, they got Johnson. He can't catch. He's not consistent. The most consistent person they had is Ladd Conklin, and then he was injured for a second. Justin Herbert has been slowed down by Harbaugh to where he's more effective now. Like, there's currently second in the NFC East. I mean, the NFC West. So I don't know what we're going to see or how it's going to be developed in state when it comes down to it for the Chargers in state, because how much further can they go, or be how effective can they be for the course of the rest of the year. Palmer is stepping up, true enough. What you about to say, son?
I was gonna say sometimes the best defense is offense, keeping the other team off the field, and I think that's what Harbaugh is doing. He a mastermind at that, controlling the chains, keeping the clock running, and as long as they keep playing ball like that, then their defensive deficiencies don't pop up as much, right? Because now you got a coach that understands, hey, and then he's limiting Herbert's mistakes, or trying to limit his mistakes. You feel what I'm saying? Like it's sort of like this is the Bill Parcells way of playing ball, right? Like that, control the clock, manage the game, quarterback manage the game. Like if we have to have you throw for 300, we will, but we really don't need that right now. We just need to keep winning, finding ways to limit the other team and win. That's the only way you're gonna beat Patrick Mahomes, is to keep him off the field.
So, well, yeah, you seen that last Saturday night when Baker Mayfield lost that coin flip. It was written all over his face. He ain't have to say a word. So now let's take a look at this, right? So like you just said, Christian McCaffrey's coming back. He's back. Jawan Jennings is back, right? Because we're getting ready to get into our picks. Jawan Jennings, Christian McCaffrey's back for the most part. Dre Greenlaw is on his way to help at some point. The Cowboys have gained Michael Parsons back. However, they lost Dak Prescott to a season-ending surgery because of a hamstring tear. Not the Pistons. The New Orleans Saints are going to be without. They're already out with Shaheed Shaheed. Now they're going to be off without Chris Olave. However, they still do have Alvin Kamara. The Falcons get Drake London back. The Falcons get Drake London back against their game against the Saints, which is so unfortunate for them. We just seen Sanders go out earlier in the New York game, in which now the Panthers, the New York game, now they have started back overtime. The New York Giants are currently with ball and going to start their drive. And Lawrence from the Vikings. Trevor Lawrence from Jacksonville Jaguars is out with a shoulder surgery going up against the Minnesota Vikings. I don't know. So Mac Jones gets to start there. Now, which is Mac Jones? I mean, you got to think he was a coveted. I mean, we laugh, but he was a coveted. Oh wow, turnover.
Mac Jones had 1 year. Mac Jones had one hot year. Like, you know what I'm saying? Mac Jones, he had one hot year.
His first year, he was doing them. Back then they didn't want him. Now that we're gonna see if it's now hot that they back on him. So I mean, it's a lot going on around the NFL. That some New York Giants just turned the ball over from a punched out ball, the peanut punch. Well, it was necessarily a peanut punch, but they just turned the ball back over. Now it's looking like they're gonna this is going to end up being a Carolina game winner, especially where they're at. All it takes is a field goal now because the Giants started with the ball. So it's unfortunate for, oh my goodness. They on the Panthers 25-yard line. No, correction, 23-yard line. So all it is basically is going to be a field goal unless another turnover happens. So all we know what's going to happen. They're going to probably run Hubert 3 times and then field goal. So waiting on that. But with that all being said, do you see any turnaround coming for in this last couple of weeks? NFL, as we look to get closer to the playoffs, do you think it's going to be any team that's going to turn around their fortunes, or do you think we're kind of like seeing where it's going to be at, and now it's just a jostle between the top teams that we currently have?
Well, I think the team that everybody looking at or thinking might have a chance of turning around is the Jets, right? Like if they can get a little bit momentum. Like the Jets have been playing good defense all season long. They've been playing good defense all season long for the most part. They just don't have the offense, right? Like that we thought that they would have. But now it looks like they might get a little offense. And if that's the case, watch out for the Jets. I really don't see them progressing, but And another team that I say that probably going to be on the upswing, if they can just get a little bit of momentum, is the Atlanta Falcons, right? Not just winning that division down there, but I think they can make some noise in the playoffs, right? Sneaky team. If they can turn you over, get some turnovers, they can make some plays. I would like to say that my Cowboys going to turn it around, but we're going to have to sit there and see, man. Like, I don't know. It might be over for us this season, but I'm still hopeful, but not really. And Philly taking over in the East from the Commanders. All it takes is one slip for the Commanders, and it could be over. It could be a wrap. Those head-to-heads, I mean, because they got them twice, right? They got to play them twice. So those head-to-heads could be the difference. Philly's impressive right now, picking up. I was messing with Bishop a couple of weeks ago about Philly, about them not having offense, but now they seem to be finding throw the ball. I mean, Hurts is getting smart. Throw the ball to Smith, throw the ball to Brown. He didn't have that early on, but now that he has that, and then give the ball to Saquon and get out the way. Like, that's becoming a good strategy.
So now as we get into it, we about 15 minutes, we can start our picks. So of course, like you said, the season this week started off with the Cincinnati Bengals and the Baltimore Ravens. Of course, Baltimore was able to get the victory 35-34 in overtime, in which all three of us, myself, Bishop, and CC, picked the Baltimore Ravens. In this particular game, we did split.
I thought you went with Cincinnati.
Hell no.
I changed your mind? I thought you went with Cincinnati.
No, I went with Baltimore. Now, in this game, in which I thought
Thursday night you went with Cincinnati.
I went with Baltimore.
Oh, yeah, it was this one.
Yeah, it was this one. I went with the New York Giants. Yeah, y'all went with Carolina Panthers, in which Carolina just walked off with the field goal, 43-yard field goal to win the game 20-17, in which now, of course, we have Bishop and CC won that one, and then now so it's like 1-1 for this week so far. But of course, getting into the other pick,
has had a lot of concessions lately.
He's on that trajectory. Right? In my opinion, he's on that that trajectory of what's called trajectory. To a trajectory where he's on that trajectory.
Couple more of those, man. You out of there.
That part. I mean, I think he'll be more susceptible to leaving. I don't know. I mean, it's a career. Like, it's like, do they? I guess it depends on where you're at in life and if it's feasible for you to bounce or leave or worst case like that. But in any case, let me see as I didn't get my pen, so I got to write this down somewhere else. 1 second, hold on.
I'm trying to see what's going on with my screen. I don't know what that's about. Shadow came out of nowhere, but some of these picks, man. I know I need to have one of those perfect weeks, man. I know I did all right this past week, but man, Bishop killing with the. I was like, man, Bishop came up 12-3 or something. I was like 12-3.
Missed calls in his red zone that the shadow is your Cowboys future in the
Yeah. Yeah, you saw that shadow. Like, all of a sudden, I just had a dark cloud. Like, I don't know where that came from. Like, it's a dark cloud all of a sudden.
First game of the early start. New England is at Chicago. CC, who you going with? Is New England? And are you believing in Drake May, or does Caleb Williams get to turn something around?
Oh man, that's a tough one. That's a tough one right there. The Patriots are 2-7.
Oh wait, here we go.
I'm gonna take the Patriots in this one. I'm gonna take the Patriots.
Just in time. So you going with the Patriots?
Just in time to make them picks.
You see, I just got back, man. I just got back.
Touchdown. So, okay.
Yeah.
So Patriots. So you going with New England? This is a hard
I'm going
one.
with New England.
We have seen where Chicago has and Caleb Williams has not been up, and we're starting to see where they're thinking Mike Eberflus has lost the locker room. But I don't know how much I believe it. Like Drake, that's another one of those teams that is like they ain't got nothing over there either, but they're playing against Chicago. But I think Chicago does have something. So in this case, I'm going to continue. I think Chicago gets to turn back around. I'm going to go with Chicago in this case.
Defense, New England defense.
Who you got there, Bishop, sir?
Is this the first game?
Chicago and New England. Yeah.
I'm saying this is the first game y'all went on.
Well, the other two we already picked. This is the
Yeah.
first game. Yeah, the other two we picked
that's what I'm
earlier.
saying. Yeah, I know that. Yeah. Oh, and I won. The Panthers won, huh?
Oh yeah.
Oh.
I picked Carolina myself. So, yeah.
So what did Trey pick?
I picked
He
New
picked
York
the Giants in that one.
And who'd you pick in the first one? The Bengals, right?
No, I picked Baltimore in the
That's
first
what I
one.
thought too, but he said he picked Baltimore.
I picked Baltimore in the first one.
I thought he picked the Bengals.
I did too. All right. So I'm 2-0 right now. Are we all me and you both 2-0, coach?
Yeah.
Y'all 2-0.
Patriots Bears, man. We got two rookie quarterbacks going against each other, and Caleb Williams and Drake May. Man, give me the Patriots. Give me the Patriots. I'm gonna take the Patriots. I don't believe Drake May is that dude yet.
So are you going with the Patriots or are you going with Caleb?
I said
Drake
give me
May?
the Patriots. He played.
Yeah, but you don't believe Drake May is. Oh, you say, but you don't believe
Caleb Williams that man yet. I don't think
okay.
he's that dude. Yeah.
Caleb, show him up. Next game
Williams has a better team, but
he do.
Yeah.
He got the team.
who did you take, Trey? Who did you take?
He took the Bears.
I took the Bears.
Yeah, he took the Bears.
So next game up, Buffalo is facing off against Indianapolis Colts. We all know that Flacco is the starter. Yes, true. He does have. They do have a better team. Chicago does. So Buffalo, Indianapolis. You know, Buffalo is without. Who is he without? You know what? They're not without anyone really. Buffalo, Indianapolis. Who y'all got?
Is Amari Cooper playing?
Yes, he's supposed to be playing.
Okay.
Give me Buffalo. I'm gonna take Buffalo on the road. I think they're gonna come out and take this one. Give me Buffalo. I'll go with the Bills in this one.
I agree. I'm going with the Bills too. I think it's hard to go.
Amari Cooper. Oh, that's right. Amari Cooper's out, right? Amari Cooper not playing.
Oh, he's out now. So they didn't start him. So okay, he's out. They have Shakir. They might be. I know what's his name. Curtis Samuels is starting because Shakir is supposed to be out, and Coleman is out. That's who
I'm gonna take the Bills. I'm gonna take the Bills anyway. I just think they're a better team right now. I think Indianapolis struggling.
Right. They still trying to find themselves with an old Joe Flacco.
I think without Pittman, they're. I mean, you got Downs, you have Pierce, but I'm not trusting that right now. Next up, Denver at Kansas City. Bo Nix against Patrick Mahomes. You know what? I'm not gonna lie to y'all guys. I'm not fully on Patrick Mahomes yet, but I still don't. I'm still not Team Mahomes yet. But I just think he does a lot of improv, and I don't think you don't have to be talented to improv. You just have to have the right personnel to improv, and that's what he has. They talked about how Caleb Williams can't do that. He doesn't have the personnel to do that.
What?
Yes.
Stop.
The personnel to do what? To beat everybody in front of you? I don't
To do the improv, but in any case, I'm going with Kansas City.
I'm sticking with Kansas City until they do prove me different. There's no way, and they playing at Arrowhead. There's no way I'm gonna bet against Kansas City.
Let's make that all the way across the board. There's Kansas City. Now we know that Kansas City, going to lose to one of their divisional.
They're gonna lose to somebody,
but it's not going to be. It's not going to be this Denver team.
No, it's not going to be.
It is. It is very hard to go against him when he's playing like he's playing and everything is going his way right now for Patrick.
next game,
And Kareem
Atlanta.
Hunt, big up to Kareem Hunt, man.
Oh yeah, he balling.
Yeah.
He balling.
And they gonna possibly get Isaiah Pacheco back too. So it's going to be interesting how they utilize that tandem. So that's another potential, like we were saying earlier, another potential of dual the running back two-headed monster. Next up, Atlanta Falcons at the Big Easy, where you just pulled up from New Orleans. I know it was lit down there. Who y'all rocking with? New Orleans or Atlanta?
Atlanta, man. Come on, man. ATL. You got to be crazy to take the Saints right now.
Yeah, ATL shouty. ATL.
Who is the Saints interim coach right now? Who even coaching that squad right now with Dennis Allen gone? Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I'm Team Atlanta for this game as well. Next up in the early window, the San Francisco 49ers at Tampa Bay.
Give me the Bucks. Give me the Bucks. Give me the Bucks. I want them Bucks.
So what I was about to say before I was rudely interrupted is that I could get behind Baker Mayfield. Baker Mayfield is a scrapper. He don't just lay down, right? He's going to get laid down today, but he doesn't just lay down. So I can get down with, like, last week they put up a fight against Kansas City without his top two receivers, right? Mm-hmm. So it's like so that he made me he showed me something for the most part. Now, like I said, we seen the look on his face when he didn't get that coin toss, so I can see it. But of course, being said, I'm going with San Francisco as well. He gonna
finish off what he left off last week. Watch.
I'm taking Tampa. I'm taking Tampa in this one because it's just like what you just said.
Let's go.
He come with the champs with nobody, so he gonna beat y'all. You know, he gonna beat y'all. Y'all coming in here.
You know what? A quick pause, right? So in Bishop's league that he has, I'm playing in, right? The person I'm playing on the first day, he had 103 points. He scored 103 points in one game because he had Lamar Jackson, he had Jamar Chase, and I forgot someone else he had. So in three players, he scored 103 points. Well, I only scored 13 points because I had Derrick Henry. And so there's been a lot of chitter chatter going on in that chat room talking about someone's like, oh man, my man shouldn't even open up the app anymore to see because it's a wrap. So I'm just standing by. I'm just standing by because what'll make you laugh will make you cry. Right now he's up, sure enough, he's up, but the rest of his roster don't look that hot. So I take that, right? I just want to just put it out there that I can't wait to the end of that.
Levante David. You know who don't get enough credit as a defensive player? Levante David, man. 13, 14 years in the league, still sideline to sideline, busting people's I tell, boy. Like, gotta give him a lot of love.
They gonna have it today. But you know what? Y'all go ahead and take y'all Tampa Bay Buccaneers. That's what's up. I got San Francisco.
No, you go ahead and take them San Francisco 49ers.
I will.
You go ahead and take them San Francisco.
You know what? I might even choose Dallas over the Eagles down there. I don't know yet. We go see that.
You do that. Make sure you do that.
Hey.
Do that.
Don't be using us as that's sad.
Why you
can't even defend it? I gotta just take that.
Yeah.
So next game,
just take that.
Yeah.
Next game, the Pittsburgh Steelers
facing off. Talk about the Cowboys and then take the Eagles. Wow.
Next game, she an Eagles fan. She a Cowboys fan. Next game, Pittsburgh against the Washington Commanders. Commanders are pulling up. Do they have enough to overcome the Pittsburgh Steelers? Who y'all rocking with, Pittsburgh or the Washington Commanders?
Jalen Daniels and them took a rough loss last week in that game between them and the they beat the Giants last week. That was the Giants, but that game was close. And the Giants made that a game high.
Yes,
I don't know how they made that a game. And the Steelers, but I think the Steelers are without TJ Watt. I think they out without TJ this game, if I'm not mistaken. So with that being said, I'm going with the Commanders. Give me the Washington Commanders in this game.
I'm taking the Steelers. I'm taking the Steelers.
Man, that damn CC trying to do everything he can to try and play catch up, boy. That dude steady playing catch up, bro.
Catch up. I got to, but I'm taking them just because even without TJ Watt, I think Highsmith and them dudes gonna put enough defense. They're gonna put enough defense out there to act bad.
Okay.
I am in agreement. I am taking the Pittsburgh Steelers as well. They have reinforcements coming. They're going to be dialed in, tapped in. They have Williams is going to expect it to be there. They got their new defense. I forgot who they got back. Just got it added to the defensive front. So they're good. I think they're good. So I look forward to seeing that. So I got Pittsburgh as well in this game.
Good.
Next up,
good.
Minnesota Vikings at Jacksonville.
And then the Commanders. The guys they just picked up not even playing this week, right? Lattimore and the other pickup. Well, the guy was already on their roster, but Lattimore not playing this week.
Yeah, Lattimore's not playing. He's not expected to play.
That's fine.
Next up, Jacksonville, Minnesota. Of course, we know Trevor Lawrence isn't going to be in the building. He is out with a shoulder injury, so that limits of what is all. They was already struggling to get, in my opinion.
Who's the backup? Here he is, right here. Who the backup?
Who is their backup? Oh, Mac Jones.
Mac Jones. Oh yeah, okay.
Mac Jones. We was just
Mac Jones. Mac Jones.
Does that mean you're picking? That means you're picking Jacksonville?
No, give me the Vikings, bro. Don't even play with me like that.
Come on, man. Vikings, it's Vikings all the way across the board on that trade. Why are we playing?
Don't play with me.
Why are we playing?
Don't play with me. Y'all know what
I'm
it
just
is.
saying. I mean, sometimes we got different opinions. Next up, Tennessee, who will be starting Will Levis again, and the Los Angeles Chargers. Of course, we just talked about earlier Harbaugh and Herbert with his not many weapons, but he makes it work. In this one, I'm just gonna go ahead. Los Angeles Chargers all the way on this one. I don't believe in Levis, but he's back. So evidently there was something they see to bring him back. But I believe in the Los Angeles Chargers. Gentlemen, who's up?
Rudolph wasn't that guy. They was like, oh, made a mistake with Rudolph.
You took the Chargers?
I mean, I'm going with Chargers. I mean, you taking Tennessee, Slip?
No, that means I'm taking the Chargers. I've been on this Harbaugh train the whole time. Chargers.
Yeah, give me the Chargers too. Yeah, give me the Chargers.
Donna said that would be her choice as well. The Chargers. Next up, the Philadelphia Eagles at
Fly, Eagles, fly to the road to victory. Fly, Eagles. Fly. Let's go.
Let me ask you this question, Bishop. Do you think Saquon Barkley's last week had the player of the year?
Absolutely, without question.
You think that play was better than
that flip? I mean, that jump over, that backwards jump.
You think that play was better? You think that was better than Garrett? You think that was better than Garrett Wilson's one-handed catch in the back of the end zone?
How many one-handed catches have you seen in a lifetime of in NFL football? Oh, that many, right? Okay. How many times have you
touchdown on a play? He didn't even
How
score.
many times
a fancy first down.
How many times have you seen a one-handed catch? That's regular. They do it in high school now.
That is how he
if
did
he would have scored.
It don't matter. How many times have you seen that? And now, and now how many times have you seen somebody jump over somebody backwards, hurdle them backwards? Never in your life have you seen that. Ever in the history of football, you've never seen that. Never.
I'm a Cowboy for life. I gotta hate the Eagles. No, that was
ever have you seen that? Ever. They were talking about this. They will talk about this for the rest of the year, for the next 10 years. That is the play of the year, bro. Ever. But jump over somebody and you just anticipating this guy's about to dive at you.
Right.
And you clear him with no problems?
standing up at
that part, bro. Come on, man.
that. I don't know. I think Garrett's was more. I'm not taking anything from Saquon's, but I think
Garrett, you talking about the one from in the back of the end zone for
the Jets.
That play didn't count, did it?
No, yeah, it counted. But
it counted. Exactly. That's it. So he gets what I'm talking about. That was
it was a good catch. But
it was one-handed.
Hold on, if that's the case, Devontae Smith is better than that one. Devontae Smith, what?
This guy is trying to do everything to get the Eagles like
Devontae Smith. Devontae Smith, bro, in the back of the end zone, one-handed, bruh. Are you? Did you see it, CC?
Man, all I can say is I like Wilson's better because the feet. He had to get the feet in bounds and he had to get it quick. Like
so did Devontae.
It didn't look like it was gonna be a catch at first, man.
Devontae like did too, though. That was so far in the back of the end zone.
So CC,
who you got, Trey? Who you took in this game?
I took Philly. I hope that causes them to lose too. Well, I took Philly.
Take the Cowboy. What'd you take Philly for?
I'm gonna ride with Cooper Rush, man. Like I said, Cooper Rush got it jumping by beating the Eagles when he came in the last time, so I think he's gonna do the same thing. Cooper Rush. Let's hope Cooper Rush still got the Eagles number. You know what I'm saying?
He don't. He lost it.
6 for Buffalo. Buffalo's up.
Nothing. We changed our number. That number, the other number disconnected.
He got a new number.
Yeah, the other number disconnected.
All right, next game. New York Jets facing off against the Arizona Cardinals.
Kyler Murray.
Hey, wait a minute. The Cardinals are number one in the NFC West, right?
Murray.
The Cardinals are number one in the NFC West, right?
Part. My bad, baby.
Yes,
that part. Kyler Murray.
Seattle 49ers, where y'all at? Like,
you don't like it? You don't want to eat it later?
I'm taking the Cardinals. I took the Cardinals last week. They paid off for me last week. I'm riding with the Cardinals again this week.
You should have been taking them when I was taking them, CC. You probably wouldn't be in the predicament that you in right now.
I'm
taking Kyler Murray.
If we're in a division race, I can't side with that. So I'm taking the Jets. I do think the Jets legitimately have an opportunity, a chance to beat them. If they didn't, I wouldn't take them. I'd just be real, but I think they have opportunity. So I weigh on that side of it. Finding someone to slow down Kyler Murray. Nope. I'm going with the New York Jets.
Nope, Arizona. Not in Arizona. It's not gonna happen. Don't worry about it. That's cool.
So next up, another one, the prime time game, the Detroit.
That's gonna be a good one.
Lions at the Houston Texans.
That's gonna be a good one. That's the game of the night. That's the game of the night.
That's a hard pick too.
Yes,
it is. Very.
In the background talking about time, Kyler Murray. So what y'all say? Y'all both going to Houston?
Damn it. God dang it. Who you taking, Trey?
Lions. That's easy.
Oh, that's easy? Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
I think I'm going with the Lions in this one. I hate to say it, Houston, but I'm gonna take the Lions in this one. They've been smoking everybody. They've been smoking everybody as of late. So I think, Lions.
Right there. Give me Houston. Give me CJ.
Just keep in mind, Houston missing like a big portion of their defense, man. Like
that's very
so Gibbs,
but they're not missing their offense. But they're not missing their offense. In the Joe Mixon.
So they're lose to the Jets with their offense.
So they're expected to
weather issue. Ain't no weather issue right now. That was weather issues. Don't worry about it. That was weather.
They're expected to get Nico Collins back possibly. Nico Collins back, but he may not. If they don't get Nico's, they might not get. It's kind of off because they might get Nico Collins back, but then we don't know if Tank Dell is going to be starting because he had back issues like last week after the game. So it's up in the air. The expectancy is that if one's out, the other one's going to play, but they may get both players. But that's too iffy. That's why I'm erring on the side of caution and going with Detroit.
Give me CJ and them Texans at home. What's up?
Monday night game, Miami at the Los Angeles Rams in LA. Miami Rams. Who y'all got?
Man, the Rams, man. Come on, the Dolphins got nothing on it. They 2-6. I'm going with the Rams. Like the Rams ain't much better, but they better than that. Give me the Rams. Puka still playing, right? I ain't worried about Cup. I ain't worried about Cooper Cup. As long as Puka Nacua playing, right? So I'm going with
disrespect. The disrespect on Cup's name.
I know. Well, he on the trading. Like they was talking about trading him, so
he ain't going nowhere. I think he had that game the other day. He's not going nowhere.
Who'd you pick, Trey?
I didn't pick yet.
Oh, okay. We waiting. Don't worry.
You know what? Again, they're ahead of the 49ers. I think that Miami has an opportunity. I'm going with MIA.
Okay. Oh, because the Rams, you can't. Oh, you trying to show loyalty to your 49ers.
Yeah.
Them 49ers, man. Damn. Part of me want to go with them damn Dolphins too, though. Give me the Rams. Give me the Rams.
Oh, so disrespectful. I swear.
Give me the Rams.
I mean, the Dolphins, they just haven't had anything on it this season. They haven't even been high powered. Like
they
haven't ran the ball.
They was doing all right until they lost Tua. They was doing all right till they lost Tua. They had what? They lost 2 games, I think. Early.
In week 2, then they lose them like in week 2 or something, man. He got
that's what I'm saying. I think they was 2-0 and they lost 2 and they ain't win a game after that. And then Tua since he went back, he's lost close games. So
there you go. So lose another close game. That's all I need you to do is lose another close one.
What he said. Lose another close one.
That's not going to happen. But in any case, that's where you have it. Like you said, already starting off the week 1-1. Well, I started off 1-1. They started out.
Don't talk about everybody else. Don't put us in the same boat. Don't put us in the same boat.
It's start off 2-0. But it's not where you start. It's, of course, where you finish. And we got plenty of picks before we are completely finished. But if we were to look at it overall, we are currently tied, myself and Bishop.
I think that
currently right now he has a game up on me because of the two.
I was gonna say Bishop went like 12-3 last week. I was like, how y'all tied?
I won the week last week. I won the week. He went 12-3. I went 13-1, and he was already up. Well, he was only up on me.
You ain't go no 13-1.
I did. Go back and look
13-1.
No, you did not. No, you did not. I'm gonna look at it. I'm gonna look at the picks from last week because I swear that
that's right. It's all in. Go look at it. Like I went 13-2.
I thought you went 11.
That was the week before. I went this past week. I went 13-2. He went 12-4. I mean, he went 12-3, and you went 10-6, and then the guest picker went 11 and whatever. So I was 13. I only got 2 wrong last week. So that
I'm struggling.
Overall, we was tied. But right now, he has a 1-game advantage over me because he's 2-0 right now.
Because that's what
I do. Like I said, it don't make any difference. It don't make it.
But this week I need a miracle.
Oh yeah,
This week I need a miracle. I need y'all to fall off a little bit. You know? I need a couple of undefeated weeks. But if I keep picking them darn Cowboys, I'm never going to reach
That's more
he ain't trying to win.
That's an automatic L. You take it every week for the past 5 weeks.
It's like, what's the definition of insanity?
Yeah, that's him. Because every week you start before Sunday start good, you done already started took an L before that. DC start out the week 0-1. Fooling with them Cowboys, and he picked them again today. Hey, Why? I don't. This is the thing. I don't get it, CC. You said you wasn't fooling with who was that? Who was that? He said I ain't fooling with them no more.
Was it Chicago? Was it
somebody?
Chicago?
It was somebody. Like, I ain't fooling with them no because they keep every time I'm picking they losing. But you steady picking them down.
Cowboys, right?
Oh shoot! And
I went back to the Patriots today. I picked the Patriots today.
Patriots. That's who it was. It was the Patriots.
Yeah, and I picked the Patriots today. You know what I'm saying?
That's who it was.
I picked them to get their third dub of the season.
Yep, that's who it was. They paid. Oh, it was the Patriots. That's what, baby. That's my contact.
But Trey, I must have just glimpsed of that thing. I didn't know you went 13-2. I thought Bishop won with a 12-3.
Man, I think it's fluke. I think it's I'm gonna go look at it. I'm gonna go look at it.
That's why I keep saying to y'all
Trey saying names.
You know what? Because CC keep on saying
teams around. You gotta watch Trey, bro.
I just didn't know.
CC keeps saying, "Oh, I gotta catch Bishop," and so I'm thinking they're like, "This dude is only we're even tied, or he's a game ahead of me." Like, how is he the threat? So I'm like, you know what?
Because I'm consistent. My shit fluid. My shit fluid. I'm consistent. I'm
just consistent as you
No,
are.
you're not. Who got more winning weeks?
You have one more winning week than I do.
Fluid. It's fluid. It's fluid. Yeah, even the newbie try to come on here and do something. I'll get on back in the back. Ain't no sheriff in town. No, get on in the back. Let me do what I do.
But like you said, he had what? But it's like what was it? I think it was I don't know. Like you said, one if CC hadn't went with Chicago, Dallas, he would have been one up. So I mean,
Cowboys, boy. I'm telling you, every time he fooled them Cowboys, he been every time he fooled them Cowboys, he bite himself shoot himself in the foot every single time. CC better leave them Cowboys alone, bro.
Cowboys struggling this year.
Hurt bad. And then y'all done lost Dak for the season?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we're gonna get a dub today with Rush though, man. I think Rush gonna pull us up. Like, you know. I don't know. Y'all got better in these last 2-3 weeks on offense. Y'all offense been getting better, but
and then y'all got the Texans.
Bro. That's what I'm saying. We got a brutal schedule. Coming up.
Boy,
it's already been brutal.
Then y'all got the Commanders. Oh boy! Oh my God!
We gotta beat y'all. We gotta win some of these games. It starts today.
Then y'all gotta buy. Y'all play the Giants.
It starts today. You know.
I don't know. The Giants might be able to give them two. I might have to think about that one as well.
Hey, bro. You're
George
right. On these next couple of weeks, I might pick the Giants over y'all.
George Pickens with a touchdown.
Oh, George Pickens?
Yeah, he's
straight blasphemy.
Pittsburgh is up 7-0.
Yeah, straight.
Pittsburgh up 7-0.
This guy said he would take it.
Yeah, the Giants over y'all. Yeah, man. Yeah.
Atlanta just turned over New Orleans in the red zone. Taysom Hill punch out. Oh no, they stopped him on 4th and it won.
Well, you already know.
So it's. Oh, he stepped out of bounds. New England thought they had a touchdown. Illegal touching. So yeah, that's in any case,
the Vikings up. The Steelers up, and that's the only games that has scores right now. Let's go.
So in case we greatly appreciate y'all tuning in this morning. Like you said, just be on the lookout. So, saying the proof is in the pudding. Like, saying this is where you start isn't where you not necessarily finish. And we'll see how I finish by the end of the season. But so season you have been making a come up though. It wasn't you. You've been consistent double digits the last couple of weeks. So
I do. But if y'all don't have no drop off, it ain't doing me no good. It ain't doing me no good. I need some drop offs. I need y'all to have a struggling week.
That was in the beginning, CC. That was early.
I think the struggling week
is start
because now we kind of like know
losing.
Now we kind of know what we're looking at now. Like earlier in the season, it was rough. Like you ain't
figuring it out, trying to see who could do what. Now, appreciate you, LaDonna. Thank you so much. We appreciate y'all. Appreciate you for happy birthday. Thank you so much. We appreciate that. Happy
So-
Veterans Day to all the veterans out there. Matter of fact,
Oh yeah, it's going to be. I'm in, the
Veterans
process, I'm in the process of working on something so it's shot, but Veterans Day tomorrow. Have y'all? I haven't. I have never. You know what? It's crazy because at this point we're looking at, of course, 22 years, and now here we are. What's this? 2000. I retired in 2016, so almost 30 years. I have never went and partaken of anything for Veterans Day. Have y'all?
Oh, you talking about the meals? Hell yeah.
Anything? I have never.
Yeah, sure have. Since I retired, every time we used to have a little thing, go and partake in all the little meals around the city. Yep, sure have. Mm-hmm.
I have never done it. I always look at it like, because I've always been around ministry.
I think I got tomorrow, so I don't think I'm gonna be able to partake though. But normally, yeah, I partake. Oh wow, your son picked the Cowboy. Don't ride. Tell him not to ride. CC's coattail. Tell him not to ride CC's coattail.
But you know what? If Cowboys get the win, it makes it be that much sweeter. You'd be like, you know what? Yeah, I told you.
Yeah, it would be. I'd be pissed too. I ain't going in front.
If the Cowboys are even close, you know what? I'll say to tell y'all, for those that's tuning in still or who will see this video afterward, if the Eagles or if Cowboys are even close, you got to go to Sean Bishop Davis on Facebook and watch this dude's rants. Those things are something like his statements are masterful.
He's ready to fire everybody. Even trying to fire his coach all year.
Everybody, bro. Everybody.
Hey, briefly, we spoke earlier. Bishop, we spoke earlier. What do you think about Colorado right now?
They looking good, man. Deion got them hitting on all cylinders. Travis Hunter doing his thing. They looking good.
Dude, that's my Heisman Trophy pick right there.
Bro, that is not. Y'all are crazy. What is Travis Hunter doing? What is he doing?
He's playing both sides of the ball, bro. Who's doing that?
So
who's doing that? And being productive on both sides. Who's doing that?
Ricky. Let's go, Ricky.
And don't let me know when you got players that's playing only one side of the ball and putting up numbers. That's cool, fine, and that. But when this dude is doing it on both sides of the ball, how can you not be the Heisman Trophy? How can you not? Both sides of the ball, bro.
A Heisman Trophy is going to go to Genty for one from Boise State. He's going to be a Heisman Trophy winner. But separate that, what is it that? So, all right, Heisman. You know what? Maybe you might be right. No,
somebody from Boise State ever won it.
Genty's going to win the Heisman Trophy. But so I'm trying to see like what is impressive in reference to Travis Hunter. Like
I just told you, bro.
What's his primary position? He's not going to play both positions in the pros. So what is his primary position?
Why won't he? Deion did.
You know how long ago that was? You know the last person that tried to play both positions, and where we see him at? Adoree Jackson. That's the last person that played both sides of the ball in the pros, and he played for the Tennessee Titans. No one's playing both sides of the balls anymore. Travis Hunter is not. You know, the only way Travis Hunter he had to go to somewhere where he has to go to somewhere where a coach. If he goes to anywhere, because you got to think he's going to be a top draft pick. So who's picking him up to play both sides of the ball? I don't think anyone needs. And so I wonder at this point, he seems to be more productive as a receiver than he has as a corner.
Are you serious right now?
And then yesterday he got what 99 yards, 1 touchdown, 99 yards.
Are you joking, right? You're not. You can't be serious. You can't be.
I think he Heisman Trophy
out of Boise.
Like, bro, like you're not. You cannot deny the fact.
I've never heard of anybody from Boise State winning the Heisman Trophy. I mean, I've just never heard.
Until this year, this man is on his way to 2,000 yards rushing.
He's not going to win the Heisman.
He's going to win the Heisman. Plus, he's going to be Travis Hunter isn't going to be playing in the CFP playoff. Genty will be.
Why won't he?
He might be.
Why won't he?
He might be. And it's no guarantee.
Why won't Buffalo be in the CFP?
Colorado is ranked 20th currently.
You got to be 1 through 12, right?
Right, and
they 20th. But they go bump up now. So somebody got some of those.
I was
14 off in the top 25. 14.
You think they're going to drop up in the top? I don't even think they get into the top 15.
Yeah, they will. Yeah, they will.
I think they cracked the top 15 because Pitt lost. When Pitt was number 16, they lost to Virginia yesterday. I think it's going to be some shuffling from 15 through 20. I mean, all the way down now because the upsets.
3 lost. Yeah, 3 lost.
Miami lost.
Number 3 and number 4 lost.
Iowa State lost. Iowa State losing put Colorado in the Big 12 championship game currently to face off against undefeated BYU.
Right. They just got to win out.
That's it. That's all they got to do. If they can win out, they can make it under the top 12.
I mean, because if you end up winning the Big 12, that's going to put you in there, right?
Oh, speaking of which, hold on real quick, Jerry, because CC's speaking, and I'm glad he said that. CC, where Utah at that you said it was going to win the Big 12?
No, I didn't mean Utah. I meant BYU as well.
No, you did. I know. I told you.
I was just playing. I said.
I know. I told him Utah was nothing. I said Utah wasn't going to do nothing in the Big 12.
I thought Utah was going to come over and start smacking. They were smacking in that Mountain Division.
That's the Mountain Division. That's why it's the Mountain Division. I said they wasn't going to come over in the Big 12 and do nothing.
They were smacking in that Mountain Division. I thought Utah was going to come over. I just knew they was going to come over. And it turned out to be BYU. Go figure.
Yeah.
Did Oklahoma win yesterday?
Jacksonville scored.
They didn't?
No. We lost to Missouri. I can't wait till they fire this damn coach, bro.
They're not going to fire Venables, man.
Yeah, they do. They need to. I don't know what the hell we waiting on. Fire this dude so we can go and pick up somebody else.
Y'all have a good one. I got company coming.
Yeah, I got to get up out of here too. I'll holler at y'all, man. Y'all be easy, please.
Have a good one.